This guy went from 6,000 followers on TikTok to over 1.7 million in under 1 year, and this is how he did it. I'm gonna tell you because I was there.
And Marie Antoinette's prayer book.
What? And I'm going to tell you what he did to be successful so that you can apply it to your own content. Get ready because class is starting in 3, 2, 1. First thing to understand is Reed runs a business. His business is rare books, but you'd never know that by watching his content. And this was a conscious decision from day one, making media that existed just to benefit the viewer, just to share amazing, cool, rare, impossible to find literary artifacts. So watch every single one of his videos. Never once do you hear this man say, and this book is available for purchase. Click the link in my bio. He never tells his audience to buy stuff. The dude doesn't even have a link in his bio. And this was a conscious decision from day one. Reed cares about his viewers. His content is about his viewers, and that's the first reason why it works so well. It's why millions of people have fallen in love with what he does and how he shares his collection. Because instead of hiding away his $1 million copy of Shakespeare, he's sharing it with the world so everyone together can appreciate it along with the other treasures that he has in his bookstore. The second lesson from how Reed grew his account is in the early days, I was shooting and editing all of it. Because before anyone knew who he was, I knew that trimming the fat and the fluff was top priority, because when you're showing up on a stranger's For You page, you gotta make an impact from the first second and keep them hooked for the entire duration of the video. So a 6-minute shot that we would end up doing would get trimmed down to 60 seconds, and I made the decision on what to cut and what to keep. Now, as Reed's account started to grow and people started to recognize him more, this rule sort of became more relaxed. And you can see this shift in his content and the length of videos over time if you go back to the very first post that he had. And now that he's at 1.7 million followers and he's got celebrities like Lizzo commenting on his stuff, the length of his posts and the brevity and the editing style doesn't really matter anymore. In fact, back in November, I was like, hey Reed, like, you don't even need me anymore. All your own posts are going viral on their own. Like, you got this. You don't need the fancy edits or even the high-end camera, because like, people see your face and they know it's going to be something interesting. And that is the third genius decision that was made with this account early on. Reed Moon's personal brand passes what I call the tip of the tongue test. That's where a creator's presence on camera can trigger the visual of them, even if you can't come up with their name. Just by describing them, other people know who you're talking about. Hey, you know this guy that he does the rare books on TikTok? No, I know you do. He's bald and he wears like the glasses always, and he's always kind of unshaven, and he has these like really nice vests. Oh yeah, the guy in the library with like all the super rare stuff? Yeah, that's it, that guy. Oh, you talking about my boy, Reed Moon. Yeah, Reed Moon. Reed has this personal brand and look that is iconic. He looks different than everybody else on this app, and it's solidified him in the minds of the millions of people who have seen his stuff. Now, that look wasn't always present, but it got dialed in very, very quickly. And you'll notice if you look at his stuff, it's been a while since he's shaved, and he's kind of stuck with the beard now, because at the beginning he was clean shaven, but he kind of adopted this thing as people started commenting on, hey, I like the beard, don't shave the beard, why'd you shave the beard? He allowed his audience to choose which version of him he should present every time, and now he's got a look that's consistent and probably won't ever change. Now finally, we need to wrap up with the fact that Reed's account is a storytelling account. Now by nature, as a rare book dealer, his content is unusual, and if your content isn't, you need to figure out a way to make it unusual or interesting or out of the ordinary. And this is something that we gloss over when looking at an account like Reed's, but his stuff is it's all one of a kind. You'll never see these things anywhere else in the world. But at the same time, these are concepts and stories and authors that we're all familiar with. These are universally understood topics, and Reed is the master at covering them. So when you layer on top of those the things that we're all familiar with in terms of content creation, posting regularly, using sounds that fit your videos, being relatable, being yourself, and being a genuinely good, positive human being, because this is the one thing that doesn't come across his account that I've noticed and learned as I've gotten to know him, is he's a genuinely good person. And he shares this stuff because he wants the world to see these things so they're not buried in private collections. He genuinely cares about sharing this stuff with the world because it's history and he wants that to be preserved. So that point aside, this is how you grow an account to the millions of followers in under a year. This is how you generate organic growth far beyond what you're experiencing right now. Just look at Reed as a case study. He already had a specific and unique niche that he knew and understood. When we created content, we focused on his viewers, not on his business. Reed understands how to be iconic, and we doubled down on that concept very early. And the big one is he put in the work. This man doesn't stop, and that's why he's at the 1.7 million followers and is now the largest book account on planet Earth. So those are lessons to take from one of the most successful business accounts that's 100% organic on TikTok. I probably should have charged you for this masterclass in how to grow your business and your brand organically. But like Reed, I'm just here for my viewers too. I'm giving this information away because I think it's worth sharing, and there's people out there that it's gonna make a difference for. I don't wanna gatekeep or put it behind a paywall. And with that, I just wanna end with this. Are you noticing a pattern here? A pattern of just giving away your best stuff for free? That's an essential ingredient for all of this to work for you and your business. Just think about it.